qualified in order to even to get in that position.
Well, so let's take college admissions. So this is a great example. At Harvard, we learned because of new revealed documents that black students were having test scores that were 30 to 35% lower than their white counterparts.
Okay.
And so, therefore, if you saw a black kid at Harvard, it's a fact that they were not having the same test standards as their white counterparts.
Still doesn't matter. The kid has to get through. He's got to get through the classes, do the tests, do all the research.
Well, and they actually
pass
drop
everything.
out at a greater rate too. But the point being is, just the idea that they were there, number one, took a spot from an otherwise qualified individual that might be white, and they were not there on the same merits. So what we want is the same rules for everybody.
You're making the assumption that they're not qualified in order to get in. In order to even get there,
It's not
be
the assumption,
considered.
it's the data. So for example, it's literally at Harvard, you had kids with perfect SAT scores, perfect ACT scores that were white.
So that makes a degree from Harvard worthless then.
Well, you're exactly right. Yeah, actually, Harvard's degree is becoming more worthless because it's more race-based than merit-based. You're exactly right.
Affirmative action in a nutshell. Oh, well, Charlie Kirk was against affirmative action. That means he's racist. Oh, there's tons of black people against affirmative action as well. I don't need you to lower my test scores because that's even more racist. I don't need you to lower my test scores to give me a chance to get into college. Don't you want to feel like you earned your spot? Don't you want to feel like you worked hard for something? Why would you want to get a handout? Why would you want to just be given, hey, you black, we're going to enter into Harvard because you got a D. Even though these white people are getting A's, I know you're not capable of getting an A, and we need more blacks at our college. So we're just going to go ahead and accept you in even though you have D's. Do you not find that disrespectful? Do you, if you're a black person watching this and you're studying super hard and you get into Harvard, don't you want to feel like you got into Harvard because of all the work you've been putting in and not just the color of your skin? That's why a lot of people are against affirmative action. They don't want these handouts. They don't like that this is the thing. You're making the assumption, no, it's actually real stuff that has been going on. Real stuff, you guys. That is okay to call out. It is. So before people go shout from the rooftops, oh my gosh, this is horrible, this is racist. It's not. It's actually racist in reverse. I think some of these affirmative action things being put in place is actually racist. Critical race theory.
Let me tell, okay, y'all can laugh, but until you have walked as a black person on this campus, y'all truly don't understand.
CJ, come here. Really quick. I have a question. Come here. Go right there. So CJ, just really quick. You're a black person. Are you hunted at the university?
You know, I don't feel hunted at this university, but I guess the difference between me and some people here is that I don't choose to be a victim, Charlie, which I think is the biggest problem we have here today are people who wake up every single day looking for a reason to be oppressed, looking for a reason to cry and make an excuse about why they're not in a position to go win. I don't see the color of my skin as a disability. I see it as simply an accessory that I couldn't control. I've been black all my life. I've been black today, and I'm thriving here. I think that's a roll tide right there, right? I don't know.
And so CJ, let me ask you, CRT, racist?
It's not just racist. It's the exact iteration of white supremacy, just in reverse. I think it's important that we start teaching young people not to hate other people because of the color of their skin. We can teach black people to be proud of who they are without telling white people they should be ashamed of who they are. You know?
Amen.
Yeah.
So, closing thought, CJ. Is this trying to divide the country?
It's not only trying to divide the country, it's trying to break apart the foundation upon which it was built. You know, people forget the words of MLK, Rosa Parks, all those people who fought so hard for us to be united country, where we didn't see the color of one's skin, but their character. This is about taking us away from the vision and the dream of Martin Luther King and just taking us to the dream of Kamala Harris, and I don't want to live that dream.
Amen. CJ, you're a great American. Give it up for CJ, everybody. So good.
That is my friend CJ Pearson. Shout out to CJ. Incredible video. That sums up really well how Charlie Kirk and a lot of other people felt about critical race theory. And it's fun. It's interesting, you know, that black girl that started off the video. You know, if you were black on this campus, you would see how we really feel. We have to stop speaking on behalf of everybody. We do. Because that quick, there's another black person, another student at that university in that audience that said, I'm having a different experience than you. I love it here. I'm thriving here. Mindset matters a lot, you guys. And on the topic of critical race theory, we're allowed to teach Black history. We're allowed to, it's American history. We're allowed to teach those things. I never understood this concept of critical race. You're focusing on race and Black History Month. No, we don't need it. Just incorporate a Black American and Black history into our nation's history and teach it all year round. I don't need a separate month to celebrate my race. I actually think it's racist to reduce my lineage and my family's American history to 1 month. It's just American history, and we can talk about it, we can teach about it without teaching Black people to be victims, that they're owed something from white people, and have white people feel bad for being white because of what happened in the past. It's the past. I don't have to feel bad about it because things have changed. Again, in my ancestors' dream, I'm afforded every right they wish they had. They can't even fathom the life I'm living right now. They can't. So on the topic of critical race theory and using that to call Charlie racist, kind reminder, there are tons of Black people who are against critical race theory too. So you're gonna sit here in front of my face and all these other Black people's face and call them all racist and they're race traitors and they hate themselves? Or you're gonna have critical mind. You're gonna think hard about this and really think, damn, what are some other perspectives on critical race theory that must not be hearing? What do other Black people have to say about critical race theory? What was Charlie Kirk really saying about critical race theory? What was so hateful that people think, but then also so many other Black people loved? Look into it. Illegal immigration.
I don't like your t-shirt. I'm an immigrant. I don't understand why you would want to deport some of my friends and family who have been working hard in this country.
What's your name? Sorry.
I'm Claudio, sir.
Yeah, Claudio. And this is just a thought exercise, but it's very revealing. You are king, and you find out that there are 30 million uninvited people in your country. What do you do with them?
I try to find the most humane way of sending them back to our country. But first of all, I want to say
that's what we're doing.
Wait,
that's what we're doing. So what country did you emigrate from?
Are you gonna like discriminate against me?
No, I'm gonna do the opposite actually.
I'm Mexican.
But you
yeah.
came here legally, correct?
I did.
You followed the rules. The people that you know didn't follow the rules.
True.
So I divide America not into Hispanic and white, into rule follower and rule breaker.
Yeah.
And so when someone breaks our rules, there must be justice done. And the most humane way is you go back to your country of origin.
Some of my boys, like, they're being like persecuted, like back home, them and their families, like they're like in like drug related like wars and violence, and the only way out is if they escape and they break the American law, but that's the only way they're gonna survive.
If that is correct, we have a special asylum status that they could seek legally at a port of entry, that they could go through a whole process.
Yeah, but if they're being persecuted, wouldn't it be justified to cut the line?
No. If we all of a sudden say that if you have a lot of gang violence and issues, I mean, like, we have a lot of gang violence and issues. Like, what are we talking about here?
True.
You have to draw the line. If your plane is going down, what do they tell you to do first? You put your mask on first. It's the same way as a country. We need to put our own oxygen mask on first, and then we can worry about helping other people.
That's it. It's that simple. It's nothing race related. It's literally rule breakers and rule followers. We're talking about a man who threw Latino retreats, you guys. We're talking about someone that promoted so many different races and ethnicities, including Hispanics. Again, like the guy brought up, he said, okay, well, isn't it justified for them to cut the line because of how much heartbreak and all the things they're going through in Mexico? No. Because if that was the case, we take in the whole world. There's so much corruption in this world, you guys, it's not even funny. And if we were to take that all in and accept everybody who's breaking the law, what do we become? The reason people want to come here in the first place is because of how hard, for the most part, America stands on business. For the most part, we follow the rules and we follow the laws. These countries that people are fleeing from, cartels, drugs, corrupt politicians, it's all lawless. But again, for the most part, America has some structure, and we have enough structure to where people want to come here. They're breaking in. That's how good and how many opportunities are afforded here. The same group of people saying, I hate America, down with America, this is horrible, it sucks here, are the same people defending the people breaking in to get here. If it's really that bad, why are you telling them not to come? This is a great country to be in right now. And we also can't sit here and hip and holler and cry, oh my gosh, our infrastructure sucks. Healthcare sucks. Food sucks. Drug crisis sucks. This list goes on of everything's wrong with America and not address it and just keep funneling in all these different people and give them resources. Why are we there's so much happening in our country. Why are we taking people who have broken the law, broken into this country, already broken the law, dude. They broke in the country, giving them monthly stipends, health insurance, places to live. When we all can go downtown in our own city and our own citizens are dealing with crap right now. At some point, when are we going to put America first and take care of ourselves? That's all that is. We're talking about legal immigration is fine. Like, but illegal immigration? No, we can't have that. Oh, well, the ICE raids or inhumane, like these people, they're ripping people from their families. If I'm driving drunk with kids in the back seat, I'm being taken away from my kids. So I broke the law. As a parent, breaking the law with my children is incredibly irresponsible, no matter how much violence I'm fleeing. Come in the right way. That's all anyone is trying to say. And the ample and thousands of other Hispanic people who back Charlie Kirk on those statements. The man's anti-immigration and so racist. No, he is not. Abortion.
Everybody, do me a favor. Please be respectful, okay?
Before we even get in, everybody be respectful. Because we see what this person looks like, and you would think, oh, they're going to get, beat by MAGA people and so judged and harassed. And no, it actually turns out to be a very productive and nice, calming debate. Not even debate, just conversation. But this is who they got rid of. The man that starts off a college debate. Everyone be respectful.
Hello. So I have a few leading questions before my main one. Because I have to be honest, I don't really know that much about you. So would you say that you're very...
I love this interaction so much because I applaud this woman that instead of going to her friend groups, she went to Charlie. She saw this event, stood in line at that event, and waited to ask a question because she wanted to go right to the source. Amazing.
Very religious.
I am religious. However, every one of my political positions is defensible from a non-religious perspective.
Okay, great. So I was under the impression that your beliefs on abortion were stemming from your religious beliefs.
Well, at the core, that is correct, but I can get that it is defensible from using reason and prudence, as I have done the last couple of...
Cool. So you're not trying to illegalize abortion based on the Bible?
Well, no, not based on the Bible. My personal conviction comes from the Bible. I want to make abortion illegal because it is the only applicable extension of laws we already and standards we already have in the West. Correct?
I'm sorry, can you maybe rephrase that?
Eliminating abortion is the only logical step while we apply the standard we already have in this country to unborn life. So we have murder laws.
Yes.
Therefore, murder laws should apply to unborn life as it does to born life.
Okay. So, again, reiterating, you're not trying to instate laws based on Christian beliefs because that would be unconstitutional, right?
Well, again, sort of, but no, I am not using scripture to defend my beliefs. However, my personal convictions start with scripture, but the political views that we're talking about here are all defensible using reason and Western tradition.
2 points to this, because abortion argument isn't always about religion or God. There's a lot of agnostic people and atheist people who also do not like abortion for the very simple reason that nothing's consistent. You can have a pregnant woman driving to the abortion clinic to get rid of a baby and it's fine. But that same scenario, if she gets T-boned and killed, the person driving will get charged for double homicide. Like, how come this mom with the life inside of her can go to the clinic, get rid of it, it's fine, but if someone killed her, it's double homicide because there's two people? How come it's considered a separate person sometimes, but not? It's like when you have someone at 7 months getting an abortion, boom, it's fine. But if you have 7 months, have the baby, and they kill that baby, that's murder, and the mom's going to jail. It's just strange. Nothing is consistent. The whole abortion argument's a separate video. But off the bat, I can tell you there's two sides that are just going at it from two completely different angles. There's a side that's like, well, it's the mother's body. And there's people down here saying, well, it's the baby's body. And that's the big difference that, we see happening. But again, the abortion side, that conversation, that debate, it's a whole that can go on for hours if we wanted it to.
So, great. That's all I needed to know, that you weren't trying to instate laws based on Christian beliefs, because I would not be able to support anything that was so blatantly unconstitutional. But thank you for clarifying that for me. I had a whole thing ready, but I guess that wasn't necessary. Thank you so much.
Well, first of all, just tell me more about how you view politics or what. Is that okay? Or if not, like, and feel free to walk away. I'm not
maybe
here.
not in this crowd.
That's okay. Thank you. What's your name?
My name is Archer.
Archer, thank you for coming up, and I hope you have a great day.
Thank you so much. Thank you for clarifying.
And let me just say one last thing. I could tell you probably have a negative impression of Christianity, maybe. I hope one day we can earn back your support to making Jesus Christ your Lord and Savior. I'm sorry if the church has failed you in that way, because I do have strong religious convictions and beliefs, and there is a God who made you and loves you, and he sent his son to die for you.
Her name is Mom.
Okay, well, thank you. I do appreciate
Thank you.
the candor and the courage to come up here, but we will pray for you. Thank you.
Okay. I can't get out.
Thank you, Archer.
Super nice. Like, that is so wholesome. It really is. And on this topic of abortion, like I said before, there's so much debate around it. But just because you have someone like Charlie Kirk that is very against abortion, let's just go into it for what it is. It's a separate life. You know, people bring up how he said, you know, he would be against abortion and people should give birth. If they're pregnant, they need to go full term. That's something that I even disagree with Kirk on. But at the end of the day, he's allowed to have that opinion. And doesn't deserve to be assassinated for that opinion. Why Charlie debates?
I go around universities and have challenging conversations, and because that's what is so important to our country, is to find our disagreements respectfully, because when people stop talking, that's when violence happens.
I've never seen someone do this.
Well, it's a growing trend because people like me are facing violence, assaults, the left. Yes, the campus Antifa. I've been stormed out of restaurants. I've been assaulted publicly, multiple death threats.
Okay, so what's your goal in all this?
There's more people that agree with me than some people would actually believe, and they come out of the woodwork when I do stuff like this. We record all of it so that we put it on the internet so people can see these ideas collide. When people stop talking, that's when you get violence. That's when civil war happens, because you start to think the other side is so evil and they lose their humanity.
That is why I do what I do. That's why Charlie did what he did. That's why Candace does what she does. That's why Brett Cooper does what she does. There's so many, Amala, there's all these content creators. It's why we do what we do. Specifically, the political, cultural commentators who are very, very loud, you know, about similar topics that Charlie would oftentimes talk about. Because it's important to share your voice. It's important to share your beliefs and have rational and calm conversations. Heavily important. And it is sadly the left that causes a lot of destruction and harm and threats. You know, I've talked about in length my journey from the left to the right. When I was on the left, I had all my friends on the right, and they always talked to me. They always had conversations with me, and that's all it was, and we were still friends. When I made my way over to the center right, all my friends on the left kicked me to the curb, called me all the names, called me all the slurs, called me self-hating black, self-hating gay, wrote me off, kicked me out of friend groups. When I think about all the death threats that I've ever gotten, when I think about all the comments that I've been hurled and things people have said about me, said about Charlie, said about my friends, it's insane. It's insane. And it's all from the left. It always is. Yeah, there's some people leaving the right, but that's why you see this mass exodus of people leaving the left. It's just violence. It's just destructive. It's just shutting down people nonstop. It's hip hooray over someone's death. This is bigger than just someone shooting someone. This is... We've never had something like this happen. A public assassination at his event to this caliber since, honestly, Martin Luther King Jr. If we're talking about someone who had a pull and a pulse on the political conversations, the culture conversations at that level, yeah, that's Charlie Kirk. He wasn't a nobody. By no means. The work Turning Point Action does, it's insane. The amount of people Charlie put on, the amount of... The man's reach was insane. And what happened to Charlie Kirk is an attempt to shut down all the voices like him. And it's only going to amplify them even more. I'm more fired up than ever before. I'm precautious. I'm precautious. But I'm more fired up than ever before, because we cannot live in a world where everybody thinks the same and everybody's scared to talk or scared to get canceled, or like, we cannot live in that world. And it is sad, it is unfortunate that in all my life, the most vile thing that have ever been said to me about me has been from the left. The things we go through, you guys, and I'm saying we, like, you know, obviously the content creators, but the things you go through for just sharing your viewpoint. Do you see what's happening online and how cruel people are being? Saying people against gun violence, which Charlie Kirk was against. He's never been for gun violence. He acknowledged that it will happen sometimes, but he's never for it. Applauding it. The amount of people it blows my mind. The amount of people calling for more people to do it to other people. All the stuff popping up on campuses and the things making, like, it's... Do you really want to be associated with that? Really? Is that who you're a part of? No. No. Can't allow yourself to do that. Like, look at this.
Just be a lesson to all those other conservative freaks, those little weirdos with podcasts. Just know your necks are on the line. Your necks. No. Your necks.
People are making lists. People are talking about other people are next. Anyone that's more conservative and outspoken needs to be shut down. You need to be put on a list, need to be taken out. Have you really lost the plot? You're so far gone where you think it is justified to eliminate someone for thinking differently than you. In fact, have you lost your morality? Have you lost your sense of humanity to go that far to where you think, yes, anyone who thinks differently than me deserves to be eliminated? Like, I've seen some people's true colors the past few days. We all have. And I don't want any part of that. I don't.
So far, I've seen videos of just the left being pro-unaliving political opponents. Whether that be Trump, J.D. Vance, people celebrating what happened to Charlie Kirk today. It's just disgusting behavior. The fact that I have been a part of the left for 7 years, I never thought we'd get to the point where I would have to look at my own party and be like, oh, hold on, I can't support you anymore because everything that you are doing right now is against your political viewpoints and your values and beliefs. To sit here and promote gun violence against your opponents is wrong. And it arguably makes you worse than the other side, because you're basically saying these people deserve to be unalived because our political beliefs are more important and should stand and should have more value than a human life. Ooh. Yeah, that doesn't sit right with me at all.
And I'm gonna make a separate video on this, outlining all the people who are leaving the left after this event and have waken up and the things that they're going through and experience. I'll be having another video documenting that, but this is so important that it's happening because you don't see this on the right. Are there fringes? For sure, but this topical, this mainstream, like on college campuses, on every campus, handing out flyers, like, yeah, I'm glad he's dead. I don't understand it. It makes me uncomfortable. It makes me sick. It's been a very interesting last few days. It really has. But I know how my journey online got started. I know all the events that I've gone to and have been invited to. I know the conversations that I've had with Charlie. And I know that all this did was push me to be even louder and make more content and know that I'm on the right path. And I hope, and I'm honored by the messages that I've received of humbly the impact that I've had on some people and them speaking out too, and it's great. And I have to say, you know, rest in peace to Charlie, because a lot of that did start with him to me. Him, notably, also Candace Owens and Brandon Tatum back in 2018. They did a lot for me, said a lot to me, and I am here now today, loud and outspoken, because of the stuff that I've learned and what I've experienced and gone through, and the motivation and drive from them. So I'm thankful for that. And with that, I'm just gonna leave this video off with, I hope you just go out there and get the news media for yourself. Do not allow yourself to be told how to think. Knowledge is amazing. Learning new things is amazing. Ignorance is amazing. Ignorance, the lack of knowledge, it's so awesome because it allows you to learn something new. Like if you're ignorant on a topic, it's like, great, I have the opportunity to learn something new. And always in life, there's lessons. You're either going to learn something new or you're going to teach somebody something new. That's exciting. Think for yourself. If anything, just be independent. Don't allow yourself to be led by your friend groups, by your favorite influencers or creators. Think for yourself, please. Please. So major thank you to Charlie Kirk, Turning Point USA, Turning Point Action, Turning Point Events, all my supporters, friends, family. Thank you guys a ton. Love you guys a ton. And we'll catch you in the next video.
paper. Kiss.
Have a call out today. I'm that side.